All right, guys, here it is. This is the land that we will be building our forever home on. Of course, we pick the rainiest, muddiest day to do this, but ultimately they just finished clearing most of the trees. As you can see, we have a good amount of space. If you're new here, we have about 2.5 acres right outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Still have a little bit of work to do though. Where I'm standing right now is actually still going to be front yard. We don't even get into the front of the house until we are about right here. God knows I'm not gonna be mowing this thing. I'm actually gonna be running out of time, so we'll come back. We are going to end up clearing about 15 more feet to the back just to give us a little bit more backyard. We do have quite a bit more property back there, but of course we wanna keep a good amount of the trees, but ultimately we are extremely excited about having more space. When you have young kids, nothing is more important than just having room for them to go around and, in our case, be boys, but we'll continue to keep you documented and updated with the process. Good morning. I know you guys love the land, but not quite as much as you love these PE Science protein pancakes and cinnamon roll. You guys know we eat them every single weekend. Absolutely delicious. Under 400 calories, 40 grams of protein. Use code Travis to save 10%. It's just the best.
Protein.
Protein, that's right.
Yeah.
Everybody needs protein.
That one.
Tell the people how they are. Are they yummy? Mm-hmm, that's right. Even a little Alfie wants in on the action. As you can tell, I am officially out of space. If you watched last week's video, you would saw I picked up the multi-flight from Temple of Gains, and I'm absolutely loving this thing. Even though I'm a little bit cramped in the new house, we are going to have more than enough room. I've talked about it before. The gym is going to be 1,500 square feet, which is quite large. It's a 6-car garage versus a 1-car garage. And for me and someone that takes this extremely seriously, and this is such a big part of my life, I think that investment is absolutely worth it. I wanted to interject here and mention the one item I really want in the new space, and that is gonna be the Quad Send by Temple of Gains. Rich homie Greg actually did the marketing video for it, and it turned out incredible. It sold me. I watched this and I was like, I absolutely need this. A combined leg press and hack squat. The thing is just an absolute beast. Look at this piece of art, and what the owner is doing is actually putting together a Kickstarter campaign to try to raise funds to produce it, because obviously it'll be super expensive. I'm gonna link that down below. You guys know I had to contribute to the cause. I really wanna see this go into production, but if you have any interest, it is gonna be the cheapest now than it ever will be, and the owner is gonna throw in $900 of free add-ons if you do decide to contribute, and then it will ship out in a few months when they go into production. The Kickstarter is doing extremely well right now. I cannot wait to get my hands on one. Also, last week was my 36th birthday. You all missed it, so in return you can like the video, but my wife Megan bought me this awesome hat. It's from a brand called Hugo House. I think it is Hugo House. So if you guys are in the market for some really solid hats at a great price point, check this brand out. I am a huge fan, and I also wanted to get your opinion on something. If you happen to have kids, so in the gym, it's not just gonna be mine. I'm gonna build out some sections or a section for the children, and I'm thinking like the rings they can hang from, maybe a climbing wall. What has worked well for your kids if you've built out anything for them, or things you think would be a good idea? Trampoline areas, things that will keep them happy, healthy, and honestly a place I can put them where they can run around and I can still work out. Last random update until we get back into the house. I just got the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, I think it's called. I am not the guy that updates his phone every single year. I haven't in quite some time, but they gave me this offer where if I traded in my 14 or my 13, they'd give me this one for free. So I was like, well, can't really pass that up. But I will say things have changed a lot. One, the camera quality has gotten a lot better, but the fact that they changed the charging port, so now none of my chargers work from my last phone, is infuriating. Is that not criminal that they can keep making these changes? I don't know if I'm really late to the party here, but the thought of getting all new, I have different charging cables all over the place. I gotta get all new USB-C. Criminal. Let's end the video with a little bit more house talk. And I'm open to feedback here, guys. I am hanging on by a thread. I am busier than I have ever been in my entire life between my real job, being a parent, being a husband, all of the things that life throws at all of us. So to make these videos, it's very challenging to find the time to do it. But if you think it's not worth it at all and I should just stop uploading, you let me know in the comments. Or if you think this kind of content does have value, I hope it does, especially with the house, because I'm trying to document the journey from start to finish. Unfortunately, at this stage, there's not a lot of excitement while we're just waiting. So the land is not all cleared yet. They have to wait a little bit to clear the back 10 to 15 feet of trees. For whatever reason, they were supposed to lay the footing this week. That got postponed, which is just part of this process, right? You will never be exactly on schedule. It's impossible. So pack your patience, save your money. You are in for a journey. This week is actually Raleigh's Parade of Homes, where you can go out and tour all of these nice houses. I don't think we're gonna go. I'm worried we'd get too many ideas and go way over budget. And we are in the planning stage still, so we're halfway done, I would say, with picking out cabinets. We're like on version 1. It's a pretty big home. It's like 5,500 square feet, which means a lot of cabinets, and that is a very big expense. And then last week we went to the plumbing selection. You have to pick out bathtubs and toilets and fixtures. And Greg, I'll have Megan send you what she is envisioning here. There's a certain kind of finish that she's looking for, and it's becoming kind of like a puzzle, because they give you these allowances, and of course there's always gonna be something shiny or something better, and you just gotta pick and choose what's most important to you. But I will say, I think there's certain things that are worth it because it's gonna be too much to upgrade afterwards, and certain things I'm like, we can do without it. But thankfully, Megan really has an eye for this. If you look at her vision boards, you can tell she's extremely talented in putting all these pieces together to make something beautiful. It's not a skill that I have. So as we go along on this journey, we'll continue to share kind of the decision-making processes, where we went over, where we saved, because that's the videos that I'm leaning towards right now, and just trying to get a feel for what makes sense. And if you have any input, if you've done this before, I would definitely appreciate it. But looking forward to sharing the house starting to go up. I think once they start framing, it's gonna go pretty quick, and I'm almost 100% positive we won't have any change orders in terms of the layout. We really spent a lot of time dialing this in. I mean, we're 18 months in at this point. We've been on this journey for a while. But please let me know any feedback you have in the comments down below, and I look forward to talking to y'all next week.
Okay. Look,